Hello everyone, good morning and good afternoon. I am Vicky Ye from ICT Taiwan and welcome to Taiwan Netherlands Cybersecurity Opportunity Webinar today. The event is held on 4 p.m. Taiwan time and 10 a.m. in the Central Europe time zone. And so far, I think today we are going to have more than 100 attendees online, and we are very delighted to have you in the online event. And before the meeting proceeds, please kindly let me remind you that the attendees are muted. If needed, the host can unmute you during the webinar. And due to privacy reasons, you can only view the names of the host, presenter, and panelists. Also, you are welcome to pop up your comments and questions and any thought. During the presentation, you can see there is a column on the right side of the screen, and also the webinar will be recorded. Firstly, welcome you to online, and the event is co-hosted by ICT and the Netherlands office Taipei. Before the topics, I would like to share with you a major international collaboration event for cybersecurity startups hosted by ICT this year. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the event will be held online from now on to the end of this year, and we are going to have the 2020 Explore Next Cyber Taiwan, this international event, and the goal of this event is to make opportunities for the cybersecurity supply chain side and market demand side to collaborate. For example, we are now helping Taiwan cybersecurity players and Dutch cybersecurity players working together to knock the door of the Japanese market. And so far, we have arranged a meeting with 9 Japan local demand side players like NTT Data and like ZR Waste, which is a railway company. And we are also knocking the door of JT Group, which is a very big tobacco company. And we are looking forward to your participation. If you have any interest in this or questions in this event, please don't be hesitate to contact us. Next. Okay, and this is the event agenda today, and we are going to have 2 presentation topics from ICT and from Trent Michael. In the very beginning, we are very delighted to invite Mr. Lin Junxiu, Director Lin. Director Lin, he is the Director of Information Technology Industries Division and the Industrial Development Bureau, Republic of China. Mr. Lin earned a master's degree in international economics from University of Wyoming, USA. And now let's welcome Director Lin to give us his welcome remarks.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Junxiu Lin from IDB. First of all, on behalf of IDB, I would like to thank our partners and contributors. Netherlands Office Taipei Innovation Quarter, the Hack Security Delta, and the President of TX1, Terence Liu, and welcome all of you to Taiwan Netherlands Cybersecurity Webinar. Now it's 4 p.m. in Taiwan, and I think no matter where you are in cyber world, there is no time difference, only 0-day attack, right? Today, we are very glad to partner with the Netherlands Office Taipei to hold this webinar. We know during the outbreak of COVID-19, everyone is connecting the world from home through internet. And this gives hackers a great chance to do bad things. So now we are not only fighting violence in real world, but also fighting violence in virtual world. And in real world, Taiwan is helping in the case of COVID-19. In virtual world, Taiwan can help in case of cyber attacks. Both Taiwan and the Netherlands have strong startups in cybersecurity industry. And together we can combat virtual world violence and protect our privacy. Thank you for participating in this webinar. I hope you all are safe and healthy. Thank you.
Okay, we thank you, Director Lin's welcome remarks, and we also appreciate that he has been helping and supporting our project in promoting Taiwan and Dutch international collaboration in cybersecurity field. And for next, we are going to the first topic. The first presentation topic is cybersecurity market in Taiwan. And let's welcome Mr. Gui Xu. Gui, Mr. Xu, to give us the topic. And Gui Xu specialized in the integration of information security issues and application IC and components. He worked in an IC design and cybersecurity system company as product planning and marketing specialist for nearly 20 years. I think he is going to talking about Taiwan cybersecurity market demand and supply chain and help you to find the collaboration chances between the financial parties. Let's welcome Gui Xu.
Thank you, Vicky. Hello, everyone. I'm Gui Xu from ICT. Today, I will take the time to show you the Taiwan cybersecurity market in a brief Taiwan cybersecurity market and Taiwan cybersecurity industry. So in today, I will just to take my presentation to two parts. One is describe the Taiwan cybersecurity market and the status of the Taiwan security industries. And the end will give some quick summaries. In Taiwan, cybersecurity is a national policy to boost cybersecurity market. In the past 3 years, we have a goal to from the executive yuan is to build Taiwan as a safe and a reliable digital country. So the executive yuan has promulgated the fifth phase of the national strategy for cybersecurity development program from the 2017 to 2020. Also has some cybersecurity industry promotion project and program is funded from the cybersecurity flagship project and the forward-looking infrastructure development programs. So in these programs, they have the 4 major topics. One is the infrastructure, instructions to legals, and national security for critical information, critical infrastructures protect, and industry's promotion, and cybersecurity talents promote. So also in the newest, our President Taiwan has revealed the building 6 core strategy industry, and cybersecurity is one of them in her inauguration address in May 20 this year. He said, "We are going to develop a cybersecurity industry that can integrate with 5G, digital transformation, and our national security. We will strive to create cybersecurity system and industry chain that can protect our country and earn the world's trust." So this is our Taiwan national policy. So our cybersecurity market and the cybersecurity industry is growth well in these years. And you can see found this opportunity in Taiwan cybersecurity industry because Taiwan is well known as ICT manufacturer's hub. Like we have a long enjoyed and excellent reputation for our strong ICT industry and semiconductor cluster and relate some capabilities like semiconductor fab and some assembly fabric manufacturers. So in this can facilitate to develop advanced cybersecurity product and like the IoT cybersecurity product in short term and very quickly. So and also Taiwan has a well-developed ICT infrastructure like the worldwide #1 semiconductor foundry industry and worldwide #2 ICT infrastructure marketing and in the very right in the fifth is the internet service and the medium populations. So in this quick, but Taiwan is also have the good digital infrastructures, but Taiwan also have some is weakness in this ICT industries. Most of Taiwan is stronger in the device security and the manufacturers in the device and some connection security from the network security solution and network equipment manufacturers. But Taiwan is cloud security is weaker and do not have the bigger cloud cybersecurity company and the cloud solutions as well. So in the industry to use the cybersecurity, well, we can see some opportunity to do that. In our each study, we studied all the industries in Taiwan. Most of the industries like the banking and healthcare and the ICT manufacturers, this and semiconductors industries. These industries has expanded more cybersecurity budget in the cybersecurity industries and have and it also have give a bigger budget growth rate in these leader industries. But in the second wave industry like the transportation, chemistry, and the communication, in energy industries, this industries is very like to find some cybersecurity resource cybersecurity solutions to help them. I think this is the opportunity for cybersecurity company and the industry can find some solutions to help these industries. In the third, Taiwan has also some opportunity to develop some cybersecurity industries. Taiwan have a lot excellent talent and worldwide recognized competitions these talents because Taiwan in the past 4 years this like the CTF competition, Taiwan's HICOM team represented Taiwan to participate in the DEFCON CTF competition. He has his win rank has second and the first continuous for 4 years. So this very great talents hackers is Taiwan's startup companies, the cybersecurity startup companies, the seed of the Taiwan cybersecurity company. So this is Taiwan's opportunity to develop the startup of cybersecurity company. And this chart is research for Taiwan cybersecurity market in the the green part is the security service. It's just like the cybersecurity service for some end users, and you can see the most of part of the yellow part is international product. This is from the biggest international companies, and the lower part is a Taiwan local cybersecurity product. You can see in the 2019, it's just Taiwan local product is just 1%. Most of these products use international big companies cybersecurity products. So this we are changing some to rising the Taiwan's local products, but you can most of the international products have the big part of the market, but this paragraph is changed slowly, but we are can promote Taiwan's productions. Taiwan's product can grow maybe faster. This is Taiwan's cybersecurity market status. You can see the rising is very total is a very rise is almost about 10% per year growth rate. And the second part, we can also to show you some Taiwan cybersecurity industries status, including some Taiwan cybersecurity company status. To show that. First, in our research, Taiwan cybersecurity landscape, we have separate to 8 parts. The fourth part is the cybersecurity product. It's including hardware solution or software solutions, like the endpoint mobile security. This is for the endpoint protect. And second is the network infrastructure security. This is for the networking security solution parts. And the third is the data web application and cloud security. This is the third part of the product. In another part of the security product is the IoT security, because the IoT is relevant, including the endpoint, network, and the cloud. So we especially give IoT security as give one part, and the second main category is the security service, including the security operation and the incident response, like maybe like a SOC, like MSSP in that security service, and also is a consulting and the service. It is like a security rating or pen testing, something like that. Is a security consulting part. In the third portion of the category of this, the cybersecurity supporting, like the SI, system integration and the distribution. This is as the last page, we can see the Taiwan has used more than almost a half of the product is from the international. So we can see the little numbers in the right side in each category is the company numbers. And so we can see the system integration and distributions has the most of the company in this category. And the last category is the system support, like the education, training, awareness, and the cyber insurance, something like that. So this is company is the last. So this is a full of the Taiwan security landscape. We can see in each category has some number of the Taiwan companies, and In the next page, we can in this category, Taiwan has different growth rate, and Taiwan have a big portion, like Taiwan has in endpoint protect and the network protect has the big industry output in these areas, and in the service is just less company, and the output is more or less. But you can see in Taiwan's national policies, so Taiwan in the cybersecurity in SI and the development SI and the distributors has a big growth in the past 2 years, but also has a security service and consultants is grows very well in the past 2 years. And this in other angle to see the Taiwan cybersecurity industry output. You can see the endpoint and the network infrastructure security is bigger than other categories, because in these two categories, the men have like hardware manufacturers, like Taiwan have the bigger network and the infrastructure securities manufacturers to support the major cybersecurity companies like the firewall, ISP, IDS, something like hardware platform, hardware cybersecurity platform, or in the worldwide is almost 80% of this hardware-based network security appliance is made by Taiwan's companies. So in this two categories, Taiwan have a very strong competitions in this area. And the other side is that Taiwan is also some service, some like security consulting and security operations. This is for Taiwan's most of the governments, and some industries have to support this industry to protect its cybersecurity services. So in these categories also have a growth very quickly and stronger. So in the last and is in the cybersecurity industry varies by different years. We also separate some like the cybersecurity hardware, software, and security service. So the blue portion you can see is most of the security hardware is almost half of the Taiwan cybersecurity industry value, and the service also has have a great portion. It's because it has some distributor and some agent service including in that. So it has a big portion in that. So in 2020, we project Taiwan will more have 15.5 billion in 2020. The growth rate will be 12.2%. This is higher than the global growth rate. The worldwide cybersecurity the growth rate is almost like 9%. In the IDC, the latest update, the worldwide cybersecurity growth rate may be infected by the coronavirus, so we will be down to maybe we're down to 6%, 6% maybe. But we do this research is the end of the next year, so we use the growth rate is 9%, but we see that Taiwan maybe can, in fact, the coronavirus is not very serious. So in Taiwan, maybe we can even will be lower the 12%, but in our expectation, it was about more than 10% in these years. In the last, this is a snapshot of Taiwan cybersecurity startup. Some companies shows in here. We are do some endpoint protection, network protection, and data security. And in each category, we have some cybersecurity startups in these areas. And also, we can see have most of the company is in the security consulting and service, because Taiwan have a good hackers talents in this area. So like the penetration test and some consulting and digital integrations, this consulting service is very growth is very well in these areas. This is more of them is very welcome to the Dutch company to can find them and to cooperate to other corporate markets. So I have give you a quick summarize is Taiwan have a national policy to support cybersecurity industry and market. So we have some cybersecurity promotion program and some supporting agent to promote the Taiwan startup and the Taiwan cybersecurity industries. We can also very welcome the Dutch company also from other countries can come to Taiwan to cooperate with Taiwan. So we have done some research from Taiwan and Netherlands. We in our research, both Taiwan and the Netherlands are gateway to economic and trade activity in each geographic regions, like Taiwan in the Pacific Asia, and the Netherlands is the Europe, the gateway. So the two can help each other to enter the surrounding market. Maybe the Dutch company can cooperate with Taiwan's system integrator or Taiwan cybersecurity startups to build up some solutions to need surrounding market like Japan or South of Asia to promote these solutions to cooperate. And also, Taiwan cybersecurity market still needs some IT, OT security, and the data access control and the system compliance solutions. It's very welcome from the other countries. Cybersecurity can provide you a solution and cooperate with Taiwan's companies. In the end, Taiwan will strengthen the development of supply chain security and the cybersecurity staff. Can also want to do together to help these countries to help these companies to grow. So as the Jun Xiu, director of Director Lin said, Taiwan can help in cybersecurity, and also we can cooperate together to stronger together. Thank you. This is my presentation today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Agui, for his informative sharing. And personally, I think there is an interesting topic. Indeed, we think with policy support, the Taiwan market and the industry continues to increase its emphasis on cybersecurity. And as we can see in each research, nearly half of the cybersecurity solutions are provided by foreign players in 2019, and I think that is a good point and a good foundation for the bilateral countries and sites to collaborate in further. And okay, thank you for our great sharing. And ladies and gentlemen, we encourage you to pop up your question and comments on the right side of your screen. And we are going to have a Q&A session after the second presentation. And now we are very delighted to invite Terence Liu. He is General Manager of TX1 Networks, and also he is Vice President of Trend Micro, to give us his presentation in the topic of cybersecurity for IoT and IIoT in Taiwan. Terence is the General Manager of TX1 Networks, a company formed through a joint venture by Trend Micro and Mosa. Also, as a Vice President of Trend Micro, Terence also leads Trend Micro's Network Threat Defense Technology Group to extend the company's footprint in the telecommunications industry successfully. And ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcome Terence Liu.
Hi everyone, Terence here. So it's my great honor to share the current cybersecurity needs and companies in Taiwan regarding IoT and IIoT. So without further ado, let's just start. About me. So before Trend Micro, I was CEO at BroadWeb, and we provided network security software module to network equipment vendor like firewall, router, Wi-Fi AP, and etc. And Trend Micro acquired the company in end of 2013. I joined Trend to work on IoT security. We started from adding security capabilities into network gateways like home router and network camera. And as you can see from the press release I put there, today we have like several millions of these devices equipped with our solution. And therefore, we can understand what's happening there by receiving hundreds of millions of event logs and the feedback from this IoT device. And then we figure out that we should have some footprint in telco networks because IoT, Internet of Things, eventually will need to access the telco network. So I started some work on 5G, network function virtualization, as well as MEC, stands for mobile edge computing, with major system integrators and the telco. And finally, we expand to the industrial IoT by establishing a joint venture company named the TX1 Networks with another reputable Taiwanese ICT vendor, Mosa. And so that's me. Before we get into the IoT and IoT use case for cybersecurity, I want let's have a holistic view to understand Taiwan's industry. On the left-hand side, so sorry, I don't have the animation here, but on the left-hand side, you can see the Taiwan product. We produce a lot of IC, the integrated circuit. Other than that, we also produce a bunch of PCB and LCD panels. Also, we have bicycles as well as precision parts. And the factories which manufacture these things are in different level of automation and digitalization. So they may have different requirements for cybersecurity. And also we have a lot of major EMS, stands for electronic manufacturing services. One of the most famous EMS is Foxconn. They produce and manufacture billions of iPhones. And among the top 8 EMS in the world, 4 of them are Taiwanese companies. But their factories might locate in other regions like China, Malaysia, Mexico, and etc. And last but not least, Taiwan is ranked #1 in our broadband speed and #7 in our 4G penetration rate in the world. That means Taiwanese is a very IoT-friendly environment. So this is a big picture about our environment here. Let's look at the IoT security first. Like other security approach, we have to think about end-to-end. From the endpoint, the gateway, the telco network, all the way to the cloud service. And I try to list some Taiwanese startup in each category. Device security, we have Ecolux, who provide lightweight agent running on microcontroller inside the endpoint, so they can help on device identification and management. And we also have Onward Security, DevCore, ArcRAM. They provide assessment service in different levels, like a penetration test or compliances. And Trendmicro have a embedded security SDK to protect the endpoint, very similar to the antivirus software on PC, the same idea. And in gateway level, we have PacketX and Lexel, who provided the firewalling protection. In telco network, we have Hero 7 and Genie Networks, who provide the anti-DDoS capability, anti-denial or distributed denial of service capability. They can stop loads of DDoS traffic, so you don't need to worry about the IoT services being flooded. And at the Trend, we have NFV and mobile edge computing-based security suite can be attached to 5G or narrowband IoT. So the malicious or the bad traffic would be filtered out in the network level without touching the endpoint. And the cloud. Trendmicro is #1 cloud security company in the world, and we protect enterprise workload in virtually any public cloud. In addition to that, we have Cybubble and Chirpis. They focus on blockchain security, like a cryptocurrency wallet. It's also one kind of IoT as well. So this is the picture of our IoT security in Taiwan. I may miss some important vendor or important names, but just try to give you a illustration. And let's talk about the IIoT, industrial IoT or OT security. So before we get into more detail, we need to understand that the OT word, the operation technology, not like the IT, the information technology. The OT could be very fragmented. So different vertical and different customers may all have different requirements and needs in cybersecurity. So based on where they are on their way to Industry 4.0, they are also in different level of automation and digitalization. So they have different cybersecurity risk. This is an example we learned. This is a Taiwanese factory, but they located in China. Actually, they have several factories in different provinces there. And in each factory, they have building with several stories or floors. And inside each floor, they actually have IT department and OT department. Unfortunately, they don't really have the defense capability between IT and OT. And the network is connected everywhere, from device to device, floor to floor, building to building. So when we visited the factory and with our solution installed, we actually witnessed the worm being propagated everywhere. You see the device attacked with each other and traverse all floors, all buildings, and even cross the factory and cross the provinces. This is surely not a perfect example of a well-organized practice, but I must say this is definitely not a seldom case either, because we see many similar situations there. As you can understand, when they built the factory, cybersecurity was not a first priority for sure, and it was not an issue until everything became connected. But it becoming more and more risky during the path of digitalization. And this is another example, but this time is a highly automated semiconductor fab. As previously mentioned, Taiwan produced the ICs, and we have several giant semiconductor companies, including fab, as well as the packaging and testing factories. Actually, next to my window, I have TSMC and the UNC next to our building. So these fabs are actually the finest smart factories in the world with a lot of advanced automation. They also have security defense and very, very strict policies. For example, the visitors are not allowed to bring in personal phones and computers. And suppliers, they need to make sure every machine they bring into the fab are clear, are clean, without viruses. However, people make mistakes, and we still can see cyber breaches happen, even in this strict environment. So here I'd like to talk about the best practice of OT security. From 2017 onwards, we witnessed more and more cyber breaches in OT. And at TX1, we are talking to many very large enterprises in different verticals, such like automotive, semiconductor, power, oil and gas, and etc. At this moment, these enterprises would have firewall deployed between IT and OT, or between OT and internet. Normally, hackers, they don't attack OT directly. They pass through IT to attack the OT. Secondly, except for the firewall, they may have the ICS detection platform to increase the visibility. In many cases, the most common issue in OT is they don't know what they have, so they are not able to protect it well. This ICS detection platform could increase the visibility, like knowing what asset there, the network topology, and the high-risk devices as well. But one interesting thing is the ICS detection platform was designed for OT people. But in Taiwan, it's mainly IT security guy running and managing OT security. So they may need external MSSP, the managed security service providers, help to digest this information. And then last one is to deploy the actual protection on the shop floor in order to protect these mission critical devices like SCADA, PLC, HMI, and etc. to make sure the operation keep running. So in general, in Taiwan, our factories are less automated, except for the semiconductor, and less protected. So moving forward, cybersecurity vendors will have better opportunity when customers become more and more digitalized and automated. But it's mainly IT people run OT security. So IT people could be the actual user of the products, and the buyer could be both. And the main attacking vector so far are worm propagation, like infamous WannaCry and NotPay, and ransomware, or the combination of both. And in Taiwan, we don't really have, unfortunately, we don't really have perimeter defense and ICS detection platform vendors. They are all imported. But we do have internal segmentation vendors like TX1, I'm working for, and TMR Tech. They are domestic. And surely, many people and many users, they will need the monitoring and IR services from the managed security service providers, MSSP, such like ICT Security or Acer Cybersecurity Incorporation. In summary, Taiwanese, we manufacture a bunch of things. And so the supply chain management to meet the cybersecurity framework or other compliances, such like the recently California IoT one, is a main concern. So we do have companies there working on the integrity and the hygiene of the endpoint devices. And in addition to the semiconductor, Taiwan is a leader in EMS, PCB, and some precision machinery companies. But in this category, they are less automated and protected. And they are suffering from ransomware and worm propagation. And it's mainly IT or working with MSSP in charge of the cybersecurity. And given our special history of sovereignty and our geographical position, actually we draw a lot of cyber attacks. And we have world leading of broadband and LTE penetration rate. So people are also very friendly, has very good sense in IT and in computer knowledge. So Taiwan is a great battlefield to validate your product capability and customer pain points for startups. So welcome. And that concludes my presentation today. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Terence, for your fantastic sharing and which gives us a lecture and very practical viewpoints in terms of the smart manufacturing field about cybersecurity, about questions, problems, challenges, and solutions. Okay, thank you very much again. And so we are now going into the Q&A session, and also you are welcome to cover your questions, if any, on the screen. Anyway, that okay, let's take a look. So far, we have a couple of questions here, and so firstly, we got a friend asking how do Dutch players complement Taiwan players and enter the local market? And I'm wondering if Agui can take care of that and share with us your opinions.
Okay, thank you, Vicky. In the past 3 years, Taiwan has some promotion programs like the ACW, the Art of Cyber Work. This is funded by the IDB of the Taiwan's government. In this project, we promote Taiwan startup companies and industries, and we also cooperate with the HSC in Netherlands to have we have some startup region to help the companies, and we also have a promotion program to cooperate with these industries to promote like to Japan's company and to South Asia. Also, we have some like the webinar and some programs to maybe more detail can contact with check our ACW websites to get more detailed information. And Sasha, maybe
okay, can you share with us the link of ACW? I think it's acw.org org.tw, and there is an English version of the website. You can find the related resources about how we promote cybersecurity industry and international collaboration there. Also, there are some contact windows. If you are interested or have any questions, you are welcome to contact us there. Okay, and may we have some feedback from Terence? The question is how do Dutch players complement Taiwan players and enter the local market? I think Terence can give us some feedback in terms of industry viewpoints.
Yes, I think, well, I cannot say there are many Taiwanese security vendors here, which means there are still a lot of blank patch and need other companies get into Taiwan and help on cybersecurity. Let me put it this way: on Trend Micro's very large enterprise customer, it's not rarely to see they have more than 45 different kind of security solutions just in IT. And count on that, Taiwanese cybersecurity vendors only provide a small portion of that. So which means we still need a variety of different technologies here. And in Taiwan, the distribution and reseller and value-added reseller system is well established. They have been carry many different IT technologies into Taiwan, and so working with them will be the most efficient way to get into Taiwan market. That's my 2 cents.
Okay, thank you, Terence. And we got a question from a friend. He's asking about, okay, good day, may we have the slides after the meeting? And okay, the presentation will be available to participants upon approval of the speakers after the meeting. And we also have another question. It's from another friend here. Okay, his question. Sorry, a second, please. Okay. Okay. Would you please turn on the video? Our speakers. Agui, could you please turn on your video? Thank you. Okay, and we have another question. It's about his question is: we know that Taiwan and the Dutch and the Netherlands have a good foundation for development in the manufacturing industry. Also, and as we can see, manufacturing also accounts for a large portion in current cybersecurity threats. And with the continuous opening of 5G, Taiwan and for example, I know there are some vendors like Taiwan and the German and the Japanese enterprise have begun to evaluate the investment of corporate private networks. And how do you think the requirements, characteristics of 5G private network security differ from the past in terms of cybersecurity? Okay, Terence, could you please share with us your opinion about the requirements? How does the requirements differ from what we have in the past in terms of 5G private network? And
sure.
we know you have some collaboration with like NTT Docomo.
Sure. So for 5G private network, Is that all right? Okay. So for 5G private network, I also consider it's kind of IoT security. And when we deal with IoT security, one main concept is zero trust. Because even the 5G protocol itself is very safe, like LTE, in general, they are safe. However, the endpoint could still with severe vulnerabilities. So when one endpoint got compromised, that infection may propagate to other endpoints, and hacker may leverage that to get into the corporate network. So the basic idea about zero trust is you never trust and always verify. That's one thing. And the other about 5G private network is it's very important to protect the base station and your MEC, mobile edge computing server well, because that's where you have your workload running. And if one of them got compromised again, then you may have lateral movement and compromise other workload in that MEC server. And that's my two suggestions comparing to traditional IT security approach.
Okay, thank you, Terence. We also got a couple of questions here. So, friend from Dutch Desk would like to know the value of the Taiwan cybersecurity market. I think Agway has mentioned about the user earlier. And okay, we still have another question about can you introduce the problems and opportunities for cybersecurity in Taiwan? Agway, could you please share with us your opinions about the problems and opportunities for cybersecurity in Taiwan? Maybe a practical use case will be valuable.
Okay. Because most of the Taiwan companies is small and medium companies because there's some resource. So the problem of the Taiwan cybersecurity companies probably is they do not have the big resource to do some big topics. So they have some specific solutions for some specific cybersecurity problem. So he needs maybe some cooperate with other companies or the other countries' company to develop the bigger solutions or total solutions. I think this is we can help to cooperate or bridge some Taiwan company or Israel company or other countries' companies to cooperate to give big solutions. And I think this is a big problem of the Taiwan cybersecurity in this market. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And I think we are almost come to the end of today's event. And before the ending, I would like to share with you we are going to have another episode 2 about the cybersecurity webinar tomorrow. And the topic is about security business opportunity in the Netherlands. And the event will be held at 4 p.m. in Taiwan time and also the same 10 a.m. in Netherlands time. And the event will be organized and hosted by the Innovation Portal and the Hack Security Delta. And we thank you for your participation today. If there are any extra comments or questions, please feel free to feedback us to the organizer today. And we are looking to see you again in the near future. Thank you for your all participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.